Having lived both on urbanisations and now living in the campo and living in a city centre, not as busy as this city centre, but a city centre, with an apartment with a view similar to this. I've got to say, if you come across this video and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, because we're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers. There was a message on YouTube this morning, and I'm going to read the message out to you. I just want to give a shout out to one of the comments from this morning's video. It's Brian Leslie Perry. He says that he started his life in Santa Pola 24 years ago. Since then he's lived in Gran Alicante and a couple of other places, so he's experienced urbanisation, campo and village living. You're correct that language, if you choose to live in a small village environment, the language skill is really important because you need it or you'll feel very isolated. When I lived in the campo house, I had no near neighbours, so language didn't really matter. I interacted with Brits living in a nearby village, as many people do. I have since moved back to the coast near Guardamar del Segura. The reason for moving back has been 78 years old, but living in isolation was going to become a real problem. Medically speaking, I'm now surrounded by my fellow men and women, Spanish from all over Europe. Medical centre and hospital are relatively near. No need to rush back to the UK. The Spanish medical system is brilliant. Plus, I get to ride my motorcycle pretty much all year round. Now, the advantages of living in a city rather than a town. You get the touristy boats that go out every day. You get the folk selling glasses, fantastic tourist boats. And it's a lot more cosmopolitan. It is a lot more cosmopolitan. This is a fantastic area, and I've got to say, when we think about what ultimately the type of Spain that we want to live in, it's definitely something that has a bit more life to it, something that has little fishes in the harbour. Give them 6 months and they'll be about 3 times the size of that. It is fabulous, this place. If you haven't been to Alicante, you need to, because it does have so much to offer. With those main hotels right down at the front, which have pools, and there are people in today. You also have the casino that is open and has stuff that casino has. I'm not a gambler, so I couldn't tell you. But then you've also got the city that is right on your doorstep, and you've got to say, what an absolutely beautiful building that is. So over the past week we have been getting a lot of comments from people that are still thinking about retiring to Spain and moving to Spain, and there is all these things that you need to take into consideration when you are thinking about moving to Spain. People have asked about what you can get for certain amounts of money. Well, that's entirely up to you, the type of area that you want to live in. If you want to live in somewhere, and look at it this way, you could move to Tenerife, for instance, right? You could move to Tenerife and you could stay in Tenerife South and not have to speak a word of Spanish. I know this because my dad done it for 14 years, and there's areas just down the coast from here. You can move to Benidorm. You won't need to learn Spanish if you're staying in Benidorm, that's for sure, because there's that many expats already staying there, and they accommodate the British tourist market. But all of Spain is not like that. Just remember that. All of Spain isn't like that. If you want to have a bit of best of both worlds, you can try cities like Alicante that people say is losing its Spanishness, but it's not. It is not. It is not losing any of its Spanish. It is multicultural. Yes, there are lots of companies that are based here that predominantly speak the English language. The boat race being one of them, the ocean boat race, that is one of them. But when you look at it, it all depends what you want. If you want a lifestyle, and to the person who said, I wish you would stop saying that Spanish lifestyle is laid back, because we get stressed at our jobs too. You do get stressed at your jobs, but try and stay in a country like Scotland where it's dark for 6 months of the year and The shops are all shut down. The high street is dead completely. The high street's completely dead, and there's empty shops everywhere. It's no wonder people move here from Scotland. Anyway, so it is the 27th of November. I'm just going to take a walk along back to the beachfront just to see how it is on this fantastic, gorgeous day. Tell me in the comments where you're watching the video from. So let's just see how busy the beach is today. I've got people getting ice cream. You always know it's hot when there's people eating ice cream. The beach is busy. Cien Montaditos on the corner there, and lots of people on the beach sunbathing, which is what you want, really, isn't it? Especially when you're here on holiday. Here on holiday, lots of people come to Alicante now for just day trips, believe it or not. Yep, they get the first flight out of the UK in the morning and the last flight back home at night. I think that's more for during the summer. I don't think they can do it in the winter, but maybe they can. Maybe they can. A lot of people getting their rays. Absolutely fantastic. And there's people in the water. That must be cold at this time of year. And there is the con woman. Do not fall for this. Do not fall for this. There's probably hardly any alcohol in it. Right? Never buy off these fake vendors, because all they're selling you is gaseosa with a little bit of something in it. So yeah, and they're probably charging you about a fortune just because you're drinking it on the beach. So yeah, stay away from these vendors. That's just a little bit of a warning towards the end of this video. I've never seen that in Alicante before. Usually it's the type of thing that you see more in Benidorm type places, and you don't even see it in Torrevieja. That's the only thing. But anyway, lots of people sitting enjoying lunch in the sunshine. That's what I'd rather be doing. Anyway, I need to go back home and get some work done, and yeah, just take a little walk along here. It's fantastic. Get your football tops. Surely there's Champions League's on. Get the old fake football tops on the go. I'll just have a little last look at the beach for you today. Lots of people taking selfies on the beach. It's fantastic, isn't it? Just a nice, chilled out beach. It's all tourists. Not many Spanish accents on the beach today. But anyway.